Yeah, hyperspace is pretty cool. Except for the demons! The demons!
Ooh, bacon.
Greetings, tasty morsels. It's Reverse BLT here, and we're about to watch the first episode of Season 3 of The Mandalorian. And I am super excited about this. Last time we saw Mando, I believe it was actually in the Book of Boba Fett, and he had gone and gotten reunited with Grogu, who was training with Luke Skywalker. And, well, actually, no, he didn't get reunited with him. He was going to try and get reunited with him, but was basically talked out of it. But at the end of the episode where we last saw Grogu, wait a minute, I'm getting all confused. Because they did get reunited, right?
Dementia.
When did that happen, though? Yeah, they did. That's right. So it was basically in like the finale of Book of Boba Fett. Okay, I'm getting myself all confused here. My brain's kind of scrambled because I've been dealing with some random BS content ID stuff for The Last of Us. Had the reaction to episode 3 of that. It's literally been out for a month, and then all of a sudden just got claimed today by SME Music Group because I left in like 10 seconds of Nick Offerman singing long time. But anyway, that's got nothing to do with this. So let's get back to Mandalorian. But yeah, so he and Grogu were reunited because Grogu was given a choice by Luke as to whether or not to stay and train as a Jedi or to leave to return to being with Din. And clearly chose the latter. And so our boys are back together. I'm assuming this season will get really into the whole sort of like, I'm going to call it the Arthurian prophecy arc now. Because basically, like, either Din or Grogu is going to become the new Mandalore. I'm not entirely sure which one the story's going to do this with. I still think, one of my little pet theories is that Din is Force sensitive and that he could become a new Mandalorian Jedi. But obviously, we have Grogu sitting there who we know for a fact is Force sensitive and it has become part of Din's two-person Mandalorian clan. So he obviously is also a prime candidate to be this new Mandalorian Jedi and become the Mandalore. So, but I think it's, my heart just, I don't know, it just keeps whispering to me that it's going to be Din himself. But either way works, which is one of the things that I think is pretty cool, actually, about how they've set this up. Either one of them could be the Mandalorian of the title of the show, But that means that we're probably going to see Bo-Katan again relatively soon, because that's going to be one of the primary sources of conflict for him, right? Is she, I'm sure, has not abandoned her claim to the throne of Mandalore. And we also saw in the trailer that Din is going to try to return to Mandalore, or to go to Mandalore, because presumably he's never actually been there since he was a foundling and not, born on Mandalore. But he's going to go there because the armorer told him that he needed to absolve himself of his sins by cleansing himself in the living waters beneath Mandalore, whatever that actually means. That's a bit of the lore I have no real knowledge of at all, so definitely curious to see, how all this is going to play out. And also to see if they can forge some new, better relationships with the Jedi and the galaxy at large. Because it would be really nice to see these groups of, people who try at least to do noble things actually not being at cross purposes with each other. That'd be pretty great. But anyway, let's just go ahead and get right into it and see what Season 3's got for us. First episode is called Apostate, which is interesting. I mean, because I guess that he technically is an apostate now, if you think of the Way as being a religion, and he was cast out of it by the armorer for the sin of removing his helmet. So, yeah, so I guess he is an apostate now. Could also be referring to Bo-Katan and everything, because he doesn't consider them to be followers of the creed. But yeah, anyway, I said we were going to get into it, so let's go and get into it.
I cannot be captured.
Oh,
I must be
that was
destroyed.
such a sad death. An interesting ambient sound going on here. Sounds like something being forged. Oh, forging a helmet. Oh, that must be how they control all their random stuff. That, and I'm assuming, of course, also communication equipment. So is this the forging of Bo-Katan's helmet way back in the day?
That doesn't even make any sense.
Or is this now? This looks like what we saw in the trailer. Is that Bo-Katan?
Is this guy for real?
Or is this a character I don't know?
The words of the creed shall be forever forged in my heart.
Oh, wait!
And the
No, wait,
words
no.
of the creed
This
shall
isn't
be
Din, is
forever
it?
forged in my heart.
So they do get new helmets then as they get bigger. That was something I was kind of wondering about. So I'm guessing this is symbolic of the living waters under Mandalore. Well, that's just rude, giant prehistoric beastie thing. You're a Mandalorian. You can shoot your way out of from the inside. Come on.
To the sky!
Yeah, I was about to say, enough of you have jetpack thingies that you really shouldn't be fighting this on the ground. Oh, nice shot. It reminds me of, what is that dinosaur? I'm gonna have to ask my best friend's wife. She probably would know. It's kind of like a giant turtle. So I think it has spikes on its tail, though. Clearly crocodile inspired, trying to go into a death roll. Uh-oh, the armor's about to show off why she's the ultimate badass. Where's your jetpack, armor? I would imagine you've been doing this long enough to have earned yours. Okay, so this is the present day, because that's definitely Din's Naboo's starfighter. Sup, bitches? Grogu's immediately looking around for some little babies to eat. Kryptonite?
Where did you come upon this?
Jawas.
Fucking Jawas.
That's racist.
If I visit the planet and I can bring you proof that I have bathed in the living waters beneath the mines of Mandalore, the decree of exile will be lifted and I would be redeemed.
This is the way.
I still say it's time for a new way. You should always be examining your traditions. Cast aside those that don't offer real benefit anymore. Never being able to remove your helmet, I don't know, that seems to me like one that's time to re-examine.
Shun the non-believer.
Yeah, hyperspace is pretty cool. Except for the demons. What are you seeing, buddy? The demons! Or wait a minute. Is that one of the Force gods that we got in, like, freaking Clone Wars? Are we really going to... Oh, okay, no, it's too many of them. This is just some of the random species that just naturally exist in hyperspace that I can't really remember from the lore. How'd you do that? There's a hole through there? That answers a question I'd had, though, because I had been feeling sorry for Grogu stuck in that dome, but I guess he's not stuck in there. He's just there as long as he wants to be. Okay, where are we at? I remember in the trailer he went back to, man, what's the name of the place? Yeah, there we go. So,
Please state the purpose of your visit.
it
Here to meet an
already
old
looks
friend.
much better. It's nice and green. So how long has it been since he's been here? What, about a year, I guess? They've managed to do a lot in a year.
Welcome to the Fort of Navarro, gem of the Outer Rim.
Gem of the Outer Rim already? Wow. Navarro clearly has this marketing department working overtime. Hey, those guys aren't getting eaten anymore. Good for them.
A lot has changed around here.
Honestly, seems like more than would be possible to change in only about a year. So how long has it been? Oh, someone told me that he had a statue. I don't think I remembered seeing it before, but that's really nice.
You remember your old friend?
He was a good droid.
Mando!
Man, look at you all fancy.
I heard you were back.
He's got a droid to hold his train up and everything.
High Magistrate Karga to you.
No, okay.
We are an official trade spur.
Grogu just living the life.
The Belters are mining the asteroid
The
fields at
Belters?
the edge of the system.
You better be treating them right. Get some proto-molecule up in here and jack you up.
His name is Grogu.
If you say so.
I like that they're making a running gag out of the fact that, like, everybody hears his name and are like, nah, whatever. That's not his name.
I appreciate the offer, but I have some matters to look after.
You should still take the land, dude.
Thought you had completed your mission,
Have a
but you're still
place to come back
running
to.
around here with the same little critter.
He's his son. Don't you
It's
ever call him
complicated.
Critter again.
Magistrate.
High Magistrate.
Dude, you're really obsessed with that. That kind of bugs me a bit.
Stand aside, droid. Don't you know who we are?
Pirates, apparently.
We drink here.
That is a school now.
I say it's still a bar.
They're gonna have to agree to disagree, my friend.
Is there a problem here, Magistrate?
Hi, Magistrate.
Is there a problem here?
Not if you serve me a drink.
My brain is trying to figure out who this actor is. Who's guest starring is this guy?
You paid us for murder and mayhem inside these doors.
I think he played Adrazi a bunch of times in Babylon 5, whoever he is.
Try me.
I love how often Star Wars becomes a Western in space.
Now get out of here.
Well, you know where this is going.
Sure you want to let him go?
You'll let it be known that Navarro is respectable now.
Honestly, letting him go or not letting him go, I'm still expecting reprisals.
What about Marshal Dune?
She was recruited by Special Forces.
Nice little explanation for why she's not here anymore.
Why not request one from the New Republic?
The last thing we intend is to bow down to yet another far-off bureaucracy.
People are bowed down to my bureaucracy, damn it.
I need him back.
He blew it up, dude.
I need a droid I can trust to help me explore Mandalore.
Wow, he's come a long way.
Let me give it a shot.
This guy blowed up, man. I mean, there's no way his logic circuits and everything would still be functional, right?
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
So the self-destruct was only down here? That is incredibly convenient.
Let's see if we can wake him up.
Oh, man. I love all the hand-wavium in Star Wars. I'm just gonna spark a couple of wires together and play around with a soldering, what looks like a soldering iron for a minute. Magic! Why didn't anybody try this before, though? What if he's been restored to his original programming and tries to kill Grogu?
Be terminated.
Oh, that is creepy. I love it. Star Wars doesn't often get this creepy. Throwing Grogu around. Oh, did we really bring IG-11 back just to kill him again?
I think he defaulted to his old programming.
Well, think.
Obviously.
They'll have IG back to his old self in no time.
I mean his new old self, not his old self.
I don't think I can handle him with all his limbs if things go scud.
Things go Scud. Was that a reference to Scud Disposable Assassin? Now that I think about it, IG-11 kind of looks like the robot in Scud Disposable Assassin.
Does he though?
These guys. Be careful, Grogu might try to eat you guys.
No, the broken.
The broken.
Mando, he said he can't fix it.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. It's broken.
Don't make new one. Very hard to find.
He said they don't make them anymore. They're very hard to find.
I got it.
I was sitting there wondering if he was hearing something different than what we were hearing.
What if I find you the part?
Okay, now, then no problem. We take.
If you can get a new part, he says he can fix it.
So, seriously, they're trying to eat him.
No, it's clean.
You don't get to eat him, Grogu.
Bad baby. Oh, it's bad.
Sorry about that. He's young.
Yeah, he's young. You know, he's only like 60 or whatever.
If the Anzellans can't find it, I don't know who can.
Oh, is that what those guys are called? Anzellans? I'm surprised the pirates didn't just, like, bombard the place from orbit.
And this is your enemy proximity warning indicator. Hang on, kid, we got pirates.
They stayed behind to try to get you. Why was he falling out anyway? Is there gravity in that thing?
Wow, centrifugal force.
I always love the incredibly densely packed asteroid fields in Star Wars too. Or maybe it's supposed to be the debris field of like a moon or something. They got blowed up. That's cool. Hide and seek in an asteroid field. It's too bad he doesn't have any of those seismic charges that Boba Fett carried around. Take out the whole lot of them all at once. Hey, is there a base on this thing? I thought I saw, Yeah, okay, there is a base. So this is the pirate base then. I thought they had a ship. Okay, so that's the pirate ship. That's not good.
They have a target lock on us.
And now what do we do?
Mandalorian, you're outgunned.
Oh, they're having too much fun right now.
Surrender your ship and I'll spare your life.
Hyperspace.
Never trust a pirate.
Oh, he's using his little turbo mode. That was a very random little detour we just went on with Mando.
That is a Mandalorian castle.
Surprise is still intact. It reminds me also of Vader's Citadel on Mustafar, except way smaller.
They look exactly nothing alike!
Maybe even more so, the place where the Inquisitors were holed up in Obi-Wan. I guess, brutalism is a very strong influence on Star Wars architecture.
When I returned without the Darksaber, my forces melted away.
Wait, then they weren't very loyal.
Your cult gave up on Mandalore long before the Purge. Where were you then?
No, I don't think he was born yet.
There's nothing magic about the mines of Mandalore. They supplied Beskar ore to our ancestors, and the rest is superstition.
This is the Star Wars universe, though, so superstition kind of is basically real.
We'll find out if the planet is really poisoned.
Goodbye, Din Djarin.
Okay, so she's going to be an antagonist. It's funny. I was sitting here thinking while he was talking to her that this episode had several meetings in it. That the old meme. Well, I guess it's not that old, but it's like the meme of like this meeting could have been done in an email. Like I kind of feel like he could have just called these her and called Karga and just asked them questions or told them what he wanted, instead of actually going to the places. I'm happy to see everybody back. We had some good action sequences and everything. But it did feel a little bit almost like like a bridge, like we talk about this before with certain things. We have bridge episodes, right? Just they're there to get you from where you were to where you're, trying to go to kick everything off. And that's definitely what this was. So I don't really have a whole lot to say about it. It was well done, but it didn't really give us anything huge or anything, which is fine. So I guess there's not even really a whole lot to speculate on because, we already basically assumed, I'm sure all of us, that Bo-Katan was going to be the antagonist going forward because of the fact that she wants to be Mandalore but doesn't have the Darksaber. I guess she still hasn't decided to try and, fight Din for the honor of having the Darksaber. Either that or she doesn't believe she could beat him. I'm not really sure whether it's, which thing it is in her head, whether she just has given up on the idea or just doesn't think that she can best him. A lot has changed on Navarro, but I'm getting, I don't know. I feel kind of like we can't really trust Karga.
How dare you, sir?
And I think a big part of that is how much he kept harping on the use of his exact title. It just and also the droids holding up his train. It just seems like he's I don't know how to say it. Like he really wants everyone to know constantly that he's at the top, you know. But I don't know if that's to be expected, because Star Wars doesn't really ever give us a lot on screen to know all the ins and outs of the different cultures we're looking at. So maybe that's just how a high magistrate is supposed to be, you know, perceived and received in that culture. So, you know, part of the ordinary pomp and circumstance that goes with the position. But it didn't feel like that to me. It felt more like someone who was kind of maybe letting things go to his head a little. And he's hiding it, but he seemed very annoyed with Din for, you know, not immediately taking him up on his offer. I personally would have taken him up on the offer of having the place to live in. It's always nice to have a home base when you're someone who travels around. So yeah, I would have been like, yeah, sure, I'll take the nice prime real estate and I'll just hang my hat here when I'm not off doing adventure-y Mandalorian things. And of course, you know, the core of the episode, it was great seeing Din and Grogu back together. You know, our favorite space dad and space son, basically. Din has begun, you know, sort of properly instructing him in what it means to be a Mandalorian. And so, yeah, it was definitely fun. Just, I'm expecting, though, that we're going to sort of kick it up a notch next week, because like I said, this was definitely a bridge episode. But anyway, yeah, let me know what you guys thought of the episode. Were you excited? Do you think it lived up to your expectations for a premiere? Because I know this was highly anticipated. So let me know how you felt about it. Like, what emotions did it give you? And did you notice anything that I missed? Because, you know, with the combination of stuff that they're riffing on from old lore and stuff that they're inventing for new lore, there's bound to be a bunch of stuff that I don't really even know about these days. And I just noticed that because I moved one of my monitors, that like my old webcam has been in the shot this entire time.
I'm a trained professional.
Oh well, I might even just leave it in to hell with it, just for funsies. We'll see. But anywho, leave a like, subscribe, tell everybody about my incredibly unprofessional broadcast where I don't even notice that I have something in frame that's not supposed to be there. And consider supporting the channel on Patreon too. There's no tiers, so $1 minimum. Pledge anything you want, $1 or more. It's obviously not mandatory, and it's not going to help stop mistakes like that one anyway. But it definitely does help keep the lights on and help keep me, able to watch things and have time to edit things and all that good stuff. So I'd appreciate it if you would consider it. But yeah, guys, I'm excited to be getting back into this journey with Din and Grogu, and I can't wait to see where we go next week. Talk to you guys in the comments. As always, do your best to stay safe and be well, and may the Force be with you. And this is the way. Bye-bye.